Hopefully it's a dead card. We kind of need it to be a dead card. You can figure it out from here. If they put any buff on it, I lose. Here's 3 1/1s. They can technically do it. Hello everyone, and welcome back. Today we're going to be playing Rabbits for the first time on my channel. I have not played this deck quite yet, but I have seen a list that's done very, very well. I believe it's like 77 and 32 in Mythic and whatnot. So that's a pretty good record overall, double the wins of losses. And we're an aggro deck. We're all in on getting on the board early, and we're trying to go over the top of the other small decks, and we probably prey on mid-range decks to an extent that don't necessarily lead into a board wipe. For example, like Boros is kind of a bad example, as it can kind of spot remove and then play a lockdown or sunfall, so we do have to watch out for those. But I think the ones where they're just trying to cut down or go for the throat and things like that, we go a little too wide, a little too fast, and a little too furious for those matchups. And our main plan is to always have kind of a turn 1 spell, being either the Valley Mightcaller and the Seasoned Warrenguard. I would like to play on turn 1 because I like this Pawpatch Recruit coming in on turn 3, as it does have that offspring and we get 2 creatures in play, which works very well when we have a Burrowguard Mentor trying to get bigger for every creature on the battlefield. And then it makes targeting weird because now 2 counters are going all over the place. Or we have a Valley Questcaller, and the way the offspring works with Valley Questcaller, this says, whenever 1 or more rabbits, bats, birds, and or mice you control enter, you scry 1. So with 1 or more, it's a tricky thing. If you're not, like, if you're new to Magic, a lot of times, whether it triggers once or twice or whatever, it's a little bit weird. So this works in a way. So say we cast Hop to it, all 3 rabbits enter at once. So Valley Questcaller will only trigger 1 time and scry 1. But with Offspring, the Pawpatch Recruit will enter at 2. They'll both enter at separate times, so it'll actually trigger our Valley Questcaller twice, which is a little bit weird. So know that if you're ever playing this deck and you need to scry more, sometimes it might be better to kind of offspring this than play the Hop to it if you really need to find kind of a backup thing, because you know you might be getting board wipe potentially. And if you don't, obviously that's great, but it is what it is. Outside of that, we have a little bit in our top end to finish off the games, hopefully, or find extra things to reload the board. If we're in kind of a weird space where we hop to it and our creatures can't really attack, we can use the Knight-Errant of Eos to kind of convoke it into play and find extra creatures to reload the board post that combat or that turn if our opponent removes everything. And then we have the Warren Warleader here as our true top end card that we're looking to play pretty consistently. Whenever you attack, choose 1. We create a tapped rabbit. We create a 1/1 white rabbit creature token that's tapped and attacking, which is very nice if you have a lord and things that get bigger when creatures enter and whatnot, like a Mightcaller, a Mentor, or the Valley Questcaller grows it, so it can cause a lot of things to happen. Just that 1/1 entering the battlefield. It does have offspring, or if we're super wide and say we have a Hop to it attacking and a bunch of other creatures, we might actually be better off giving a 1/1 to all of our creatures, and we kind of just have to do the math to figure out which is kind of the better play in terms of attacking, or if there's a planeswalker, because that creature tapped and attacking can be assigned to anywhere, and that includes a planeswalker if we need to pick it up while we're there. A Liliana is a great example because it minuses and goes to 1. But outside of that, we're gonna go ahead and hop into the games. We're gonna see what we can do. If y'all enjoy the content, please consider subscribing. Truly appreciate it. Let's just hop to it. I think we're good. All right. Yeah, I mean, I think we're down with this. We're down with this for sure. I mean, we go first and everything. Like, we just need 1 land here, and then our whole hand curves out. It's going to be a little bit weird on my, like, kind of curving here. But I think it's Valley into Questcaller into Hop to it. Take, like, what, 3 Scaries? And then make this creature massive. So, we'll see how that goes. This default has trample. That's absurd. Alright. Play this guy. Row. Attack. We got a village here, so that means like no play with fires or something is available. We have a basic forest. So only a green card's available. Obviously they could play a creature with this, but Heartfire Hero into probably Audacity or maybe a protection spell. But yeah, I mean I'm gonna hop onto it. Oh, is it one or more? Yeah, it's one or more. Okay, so we get one scry. We'll put that to the bottom. We're definitely going to probably ship in here. I think it's just worth attacking. And then I can play another hop to it, I suppose, which will grow my Valley Mightcaller into Oblivion. And then hopefully that'll be enough for lethal on its own, because they have to deal with it. They have to deal with everything, and they are not going to be able to. Okay, very cool. That's one of the problems with these lands sometimes. I think they had maybe a monster trade or something, but this was sitting in play, so they couldn't use it. A common problem with those lands. Thankfully, it wasn't an issue for us, but we play a ton of creatures, so should be fine. All right, our opponent goes first, but our hand's really good, right? We can play this into this, and then play this and offspring it, or do this. So we'll definitely keep. How does exactly this one work? Attacks, put a 1 counter on each of the creature control. That's a token of a rabbit. Ooh, Mono Red's coming back for vengeance. Oh no. Yeah, I'm gonna play it normally. That's all I can really do here, boss. I like how Arena's like, would you like to offspring it on turn 1 with 1 mana? And I'm like, no, actually, I would not. I don't think I'm allowed. So this is a weird situation where I feel like in best of 1, and I could be wrong, I haven't played rabbits all that often. But I feel like in best of 1, whoever's on the play in this match is kind of extremely favored. But we can see right away with that lightning strike, what we talked about in game 1, where like our opponent didn't actually have a red mana to operate off of. So here's this. I think I go with the Valley Questcaller here, and then I'm probably still looking to offspring this. I believe offspring enters 2 separate times at different times, so this should scry twice. Or I will be wrong once again, and that'll be fine. Got a slick shot up there. Ooh. Probably just take the 5, right? Like, it's the situation where I kind of got to be aggressive too, right? I can't really not be. And this is plotted, so they can't play it this turn. I have a hop to it, which is good. Is it better or worse than this? Might be worse. I'm not sure. This is a situation where I'm going to have to rely on you, chat, to tell me in the comments whether Hop 2 it's better. Because I understand it's 1 more creature, but this is like a really good ability. And I get 2 scries. Hop 2 at number 1 can go to the bottom, I think. This is a legendary, so probably go to the bottom as well. And then for me, it's definitely just kind of an attack here. Again, we are awkwardly in this racing phase, and I like this. The reason I opted for this is the fact of the target. So like now if they target one of these to like play with fire, one of them out of the way. Obviously, I keep saying play with fire, like a card's still legal. If they try to like lightning strike one out of the way, the other one can grow. They haven't shown me black mana yet. This is 7 for trample, so I think I have to go for this. If they have it, they have like a protection spell and a way to beat me, but yeah, like I think I have to do that and just lose that play. But we have other creatures to play. Create a 1/1 rabbit that's also tapped and attacking. That doesn't quite do it. Hop up is close. Do I play Valley Quest? They're tapped out. So do I play Valley Questcaller and then this? Probably, right? And it was not as many creatures, but that's 2 lords in play. And then I can play that, which works with a hop to it. And with these lords in play, it's probably better. So now I can scry twice, but we kind of are going to keep this on top, I think. And then now I have a lot of toughness here. We just hold. Hopefully it's a dead card. We kind of need it to be a dead card. You can figure it out from here. If they put any buff on it, I lose. So, or if they just have any burn, I lose as well. They draw. This deck definitely could have burn. I go to 1. We'll see if they have it. Fail? Sure. I don't have a way to beat them. If this was the slow roll, it's going to suck. Maybe they have a fling. I don't know. Not a slow roll then. So I'm not upset about that at all. So I play this. I play this. And I'm looking to defend the line and one-shot them next turn. Hopefully, that's the goal. Try number 1. Try number 2. Whenever it attacks, I need it to be able to attack. Do I need to hit? So they get a free block. I only hit for 3, setting them to 9. I guess I just hold because it has the most toughness, and if one of them die, I lose all my lords. Right? I don't have near as like good play. So that's 8. So 4. Do like this maybe. You could have giant growth. So I guess just overcover it. They only have 1 card left, so I have to do math. So it's easier to count this as our life total. So we have 1, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. They have 8, so monster traits doesn't get there. Let's run it down like this, I guess. We could have blocked with maybe a little bit more toughness, but either way, we get that gone. Audacity hits. We have 12 on board plus a Warren Warleader will also be able to make a 1/1. Attacking, which is a little bit larger. So we have white, and we're not going to die to this Brushland. Correct. Let's make sure we don't do that. This enters. We scry twice. Knight-Errant's good, but I think this is just. I guess it doesn't matter. We're either dead or not. We do this, and then we make a 1/1 rabbit. Oh wait, attacking creatures, right? Yeah, attacking creatures, not a single creature. So we actually end up pulling that game out. That's absurd. We go first. 1 drop, 2 drop. Turn 3 play. Turn 4 play if we hit it. I mean, yeah. We have a 1, 2, and 3. Like, we have plays to make, so we're definitely down to lock this up. What is attacks if you control a token? Okay. Yeah, not really going to be looking to offspring much. Heartfire Hero. Okay. Playing this is fine. Playing this only becomes a little bit larger, so I'd rather play this. And then we definitely attack. I don't think we ever see a block. This is going to be the opposite of what I just said, by the way, where I said, wow, if we're against red and we're on the play, it's like going to be easier. If red's on the play, it's going to be easier. We won the matchup where I thought we were going to lose, and then we lose the matchup I think we're going to win. Like, that's just magic, baby. A 1/1 attacker. This is a clear pump spell to get my Valley Questcaller off the battlefield, and if I'm on the play, I'm getting crazy, bro. I'm getting nuts if I can. Now I could do one thing here, but I don't necessarily like it too much. Almost like just playing this first. Now I could opt to play land and play a Knight-Errant, but if I miss, then it's a little bit weird, and I kind of need to make sure I don't miss. Let's play this. It'll be a 3/3 or a 4/4 because it counts itself, and there's a Lord in play, and there's a hop to it on top, so I'll keep the hop to it there. Works out pretty well with my Knight-Errant, and we already talked about it. We're in a race here, so we're going to continue to try to race. If they miss a land, we're pretty thankful. If they hit a land, it's way more likely that we die. I don't know what that says. They hit a land there. That's a 2/2, and so I'm going to put 2 oil counters on it. Just 1 mana 2/2 instant speed. And a ruckus. Ooh. Wait, are they dead here? I can't block here, and I'm not blocking there. Yeah, I mean, I'm going for lethal. So, I dead. I'm not entirely sure. I at least can do this and then have like a really strong backboard to rely on. And I have tokens, so this gives everything bigger. Land can go to the bottom, I suppose. And then I can play this Cavern and just name Rabbit, I suppose. So I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah, it's just short. Dang. Dang. We're just going to have to rely on these 2/2s and hope it works. I mean, we'll definitely block out, but they can always win here. Ruckus number 2. A big pump spell. A land too. Oh. Yeah, maybe I don't know, because if I hold back, it's like I probably just die anyway, right? I don't think there's a reasonable way to hold back. So to block, we block this. Hello, I guess, man. You got it, brother. I don't know. We block this because this has prowess. And if we kill the Heartfire hero, the damage still goes through even though we cover it. So we block this way. And we try to just use this 6 life as like total life gain. And if I die to this, I die to this. Okay. Yeah, so you messed up the math, opponent? Or nice! We won. They even said hello, which I kind of took it as a little bit BM there, but it's okay. We win. It's fine. We'll just beat up Mono Red every game, I suppose. Get a little lucky, but that's fine. No! Don't they know I'm supposed to go first? This hand's actually really good. It's a weird curve, but it actually works out, and it's Boros, and we're going to lose to a temporary lockdown, but that's fine. Everybody relax. So what I'm saying about this curve is we have a 1-drop into a 2-drop into an offspring 3-drop. We'll get temporary lockdown this turn, so it won't matter too much if it actually happens. We attack. This is vigilance. There's a 1/1 counter on it for each other creature. Okay. No lockdown? Oh, mamma mia. Offspring here. Just going for it. You have to do it now. If these Pawpatch Recruits come in and they helix something, then I get like a benefit. Sure. Fair. Could have something like a Sunfall, but we kept that back down to 21. I do think this is probably by far like our hardest matchup because they're just spot removable board wipes. At least whenever I played that side of the table, it felt incredibly easy.
You know what's happened to
for me anyway, but create a monk.
Get out there.
Sure.
Blaze apart.
I guess I have X1s, so that makes sense. Put a 1/1 counter on each frog and rabbit you control enter the battlefield this turn. I can attack here. This has trample. This has trample. I could go for it. And I have like a solid play for it too. Play here. And then here, then here. Gets a 2/0. And then I put a 1/1 on each attacking creature. Maybe I should have sent this 4/3 at Jaya, but they can block to keep it alive, I guess. If I sent the 4/3 and not, I have to kind of go upstairs somewhat. Like, keep her alive. They don't block at all. Okay. That's horrifying. I don't even know what that means. No land Sunfall, please. Oh, they have a second one. Okay. What is her abilities? You start creature. Oh, that's why.
Better than most people plan.
Okay. All right. Okay. So Jaya is important. I can send 3 at it. I can attack with that. Let's do this. Let's play here. And then I put a 1/1 counter on each frog raccoon. Okay, so I can do that a little bit differently, but it's definitely... Guy is good, but I think it's supposed to be face. Let's do it like this and then send this here. I guess I should just kill her. I don't think there's ever a reason not to, right? Yeah, just pump everything. Then I guess I'll just do this to pump my mentor. Since I'm drawing a lot of lands. This would be a way for me to lose this game is all these land draws here. But temporary lockdown, we're still kind of solid. Like, not really. We're just left with 1 creature, but yeah, Sunfall's gonna come in, and I think that's just game. We'll try. Like, I'm not gonna just concede right now anyway. But then we'll pump this. Oh, I thought it said bat. My bad. Bat, you don't get nothing. I don't know. There's like 4 types on there. Caretaker's talent. They have a 5/5 in the way, so it's not like I got a lot of good. Honestly, I'm just gonna concede. Like, the amount it'll take for us to win this game, there's not really a whole lot of reasons to stick around. I think if we found the Lord or something, we were way better off, but we end up missing. They end up getting to the Sunfall, and it happens. Can't climb. Queue up Mono Red, and it'll solve all your problems. Thanks, wizards. Probably playing Domain or something. They're playing Boris. Bad matchup. Okay. Okay. This gets a 1/1 counter for each of the creature controlled, token or a rabbit. Then if creature control. Okay. Cool. I think my hand's pretty good. I'm gonna play this. The other problem that I have is, ooh, okay, I can maybe do this backwards, but the problem is I don't want to just lose the temporary lockdown, right? Rabbit. To play this or to not to play that? I guess I can go to combat. Well, no, if I play hop up, I want to use this. I guess I play this, which still makes a token for the Warrenguard. Yeah, Helix, my dude. Get lost it. That's fine. Just trying to dodge like the temporary lockdown. That's most likely here. Then we attack, and we still have a token, so I still get in for 3, down to 17. Not necessarily cooking, if I had to say. There's a Mirrex. No. Alright. Maybe they're baiting me. But if I have to beat a Sunfall and they didn't lock me down there, I think this is the best opportunity to do so. Again, we'll wait till post-combat on this one. Sure. It's exiled, so I won't make a bet. I'll still have a token. Unless they have another spot removal spell. Alright, my bad. This definitely tells us that we should be fine to just start slamming things. And I understand I have these maps, but I think just getting a massive board in after that is probably the way to go. And then I can just play the Lord, which will grow all these. And it gets pretty close. It goes to 5. Nice Urbrash Forge. Yeah. Alright. Do we get there? No second Lord. So, math time. This gives rabbits, bats, birds, and mice. So 2, 4, 6, 10, 11, 12, 13. Activate up to it. The hop 2, it's like pretty good to follow up the board with. Man, if this was an untapped land, I think we actually win, but I'm not sure what the math is here, so I think it's short 1. Ugh. That sucks. Because I was pretty positive that if I had this untapped source, I would be able to activate the final map and put a counter as long as that was a spell on top, but temporary lockdown gets everything. Tough, dude. So, I don't think there's a Sunfall, because I think we would have solved the Sunfall. So, hopefully we just keep getting deck cards from our opponent. Here's 3 1/1s. They can technically do it. 1 Lightning Helix ruins that all. Caretaker's talent. Alright, they're going for a card draw. I won't block. Are we going to win our bad matchup? I feel like this has to be a bad matchup. We're going to make a permanent one to stay behind. Okay. And they don't have enough. Whew. Wow, man. We got there. It sucks that we didn't get that lethal on that one play, like where we activated the map, but getting there regardless, pretty happy with that. So I think we're going to call it there. It's a lot of matches already. That's the hard part about playing aggro decks, is it's so quick. All right, so here we are. This is the list. Didn't see this once. Didn't know it was actually in a deck. I forgot it was in there because, you know, we're just not even going to talk about if that's good or not. But very cool, very cool. I guess bringing the creature back with Indestructible would be sick, but here we are. This is our deck. It worked out pretty well. Quick note. I do look at the analytics and kind of see like drop-offs, and I noticed that the outros have a pretty big drop-off. If there's ways I can make it better for people who enjoy them, or if we think we don't need them, then I'll just do like a way quicker outro, because for the most part I think the video like does a good representation of what the deck's doing, especially like a deck like this. Like, how much explanation do you really need in the outro after watching it, right? It's like, oh yeah, you played a rabbit and a rabbit hit your opponent really hard in the face. Yeah, dude, I need a lot of explanation. But if you need it, sure, I'll gladly do it. I just want to know that I'm not wasting my time or your time at the end of the video with a long outro or something. So, but here we are. The best thing this deck has to offer, and it's one of the bad things about like Selesnya enchantments in the past, is that we have a ton of 1-drops, and all the 1-drops are pretty good, with this one being the worst. And it's kind of just the worst because it's a 1-mana 1/2, but it does hit harder if we have a token, and is swinging for a lot more if we have a token, and is really good when we have the Valley Questcaller, because now it's a 1-mana 2/3, which is kind of unfair, but it is now a 1-mana 4/3 if we have a token following up on that after turn. So it's like the worst one, but it's still strong. I would argue the best one is the Valley Mightcaller, which is also not a rabbit, so it's kind of like weird just being the best card in a rabbit deck for a turn 1. But it does strictly benefit off of us playing rabbits and getting those 1/1 counters, so it's really good, and also has trample. You could argue the Pawpatch Recruit is good too, but I think playing, like, if I have the option between this and this on turn 1, I'm definitely playing the Valley Mightcaller and playing this on turn 3 to Offspring. I think that's what this card provides best. So, like, you can argue that it's over here in this slot, but if it's our only turn 1 play, we're definitely going to play it on turn 1. This card sits in between on these spots, so it's a little bit weird. And then on turn 2, I still wasn't sure which is the best. I thought the Scries were good, and especially getting the Lord down. But the Lords, I think it depends on what your hand is, because the Lord strictly is like better if you need to get Scries because your hand sucks. But this card is also just fine letting you go ahead and play this so it can attack on the following turn. And then you can play the Valley Questcaller and pump this by like 2, for example, because of the +1/1 ability, plus it's bigger because you have this. And then maybe even play a 1-drop, allowing this to get massive and attack alongside it. So I would argue that it kind of depends which one you kind of have going. Like, if I play a 1-drop and then it's like this, and then I don't really have like a hop to it or something, it's probably better to play this, but I could be wrong there. And then Finn's is probably the worst of them all, because it kind of has to attack to do anything. So it's like weird. I don't know. But outside of that, I mean, the rest of the deck I think is pretty self-explanatory, and I don't really have a whole lot more to say. The deck felt good. I like the fact that our top-end card does have Offspring, so we can pump our creatures twice if we're flooding, and we just have small creatures to get in and attack with, or we can use it to make 2 rabbits. And if we have like a Lord on the board or something like this, it's actually might be a little bit better to pump it via creatures. Plus, it's going to help attack for more. So you kind of have to do the math a little bit with this card to make sure you're doing quite what you want. But other than that, I hope you all enjoyed. I enjoyed playing the deck. It was way better than I thought and expected. So I'm pretty happy with that. Outside of that, I'll call it there. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.